Ooh. Don Voltron Personal. That's quite a name right there. Free Cipher. Kasim J. Yo, Kasim, you know what I was meaning to tell you too the other day when you had brought up telekinesis. You said that the last time you was on, I mean, was I guess the name is. Did you tell us what that meant last time? What is that? Because we have these different names. Different people. You have different names where you uh different places. Like see somewhere, some places. I was telling my name is D. Like see, I need to move in form and fashion, right? Well, I don't need you to ask me no questions. Right? Hold your questions until after I manifest wisdom through this action. So, you know, just tell 'em my name is D. But that's like a particular cipher that I go in. Or see, I went to DMV today, so I just used my honorable name, right? So this is what I'm saying. Uh, Don Voltron Personal, right? Where's that your name at? Where's the and see, it's kind of because see we talking about self I build. But yeah, Kasim, what I was going to say is that I deal with telekinesis. It's cell to cell. See, I know what you was talking about. You talking about, you know, moving the state building from 125th Street to 127th Street. But I deal with it cell to cell. Whatever reason, I had to make it to the supermarket or something, right? That's why I didn't get a chance to. I wanted to say that night when we was building. So, but you didn't tell us though, Don Voltron. So, because we it's not like with the degrees. See, I got the degrees on my own where I could go over it. So, whenever you tell me, I don't recall what you said. Oh, all right, it's your artist name, right? Right. That's what it. Don means king or lord in Spanish. Voltron is one of my favorite characters from anime. It's a simple explanation of my name. I have two other YouTubes. This is my personal. Yeah, see, it makes perfect sense. Because it's one of them things that you got to know to know. King Me, true self. So today I actually I do need to I don't want to turn into a pumpkin today. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. The What Did I Miss crew will just have to be the What Did I Miss crew today. So uh what does God of the universe mean to you? I was actually gonna ask that question earlier, but like I said, I had to go to therapy today, and then I had to go to DMV. So you know how that worked out as far as time. But yeah, what does God of the universe mean to you? Hey, listen. But now look, Kasim, was it that much easier than trying to explain to him? Was it that much easier to try to convince him that, was it that just much easier there? Kasim, just let him do what he's doing, man. We doing what we doing. Didn't I save you? How many hours did I just save you right there, Kasim? I mean, yeah. See, it's some people that's dogmatic seekers. I'm a lifelong studier. You understand what I'm saying? But it's some people that they dogmatically seeking. And for some people, right, that's not enough. Like, see, even when you say that, right, God of the universe, see, your own self is not enough for some people. You didn't see it in yourself, so that's not enough for you. So you constantly seeking. See, we just say, man, that all things come from you, right? You can't that don't vibrate with you. So you constantly out there, uh, Indiana Jones style, dogmatically seeking. So let's see what you said here. Uh, Man is the universe in miniature, so it means God of myself to me. It says I'm God to my family, my woman, and my children revolve around me. True Self says sole control of my cipher. Self I Bill said the universe is everything. Someone, a star, man, woman, and child. A black man who gives and is in accordance with good orderly direction. Anyone else? Anyone else out there? I wonder how that would work out. I was just sitting there thinking of that. Like, but I just can't put myself in that mindset. Like, you know, had I found the lessons online, right, would I have ordered it? Like, I don't even know that I would have did that because I think pretty much I'm trying to go back to that time, and it's like, yeah, I would have not you know you see, I'm very happy that I got it from the brothers that I got it from. And see, getting it online, then that would have fucked that up. Not that I was doing it for the status of it, but saying that, okay, I know it's right and exact. You see what I'm saying? Because I didn't see these guys and throughout the universe manifesting, and they always right and exact. Felix Almanzar, VC Realm. So we got a few new people. The question is, what does God in the universe mean to you? God of the universe. I don't think anyone ever walked him through. I literally think he had his folks order it for him. I can't recall correctly, but I think they had actual facts before everything else. I mean, it's possible. You know, it's just something that I can understand how people get caught up in it. I can see how people get caught up in the wisdom because you see people talking. You hear these words, you hear this language, right? And you don't understand that it's not just the lessons, it's not the words, it's not just the language, it's the person. See, like you said, the mindset. You know what I'm saying, and how the mindset, changes the environment. All of these things right there, they people don't understand because, first of all, a lot of people you seeing it through the media. You're not really seeing it live in action. And so, that's the limitation that you got, that you can't see beyond that. You know what I'm saying? And see, look, that leads us right into what I was saying. See, because, see, God of the universe, right? Beats by Shabazz. God of the universe, right? See, you got people, this God of YouTube. You got God of that neighborhood. You got guys of basketball. But see, God of the universe, this means that you've gone through every step from knowledge to born. See, it means that you know your lessons and you did something with it. See, if you didn't really want to be God, then you should have chosen a name like Muhammad. Then you wouldn't have had to be God. But see, when you choose a name like the all in all, right? And then you say you God of the universe. See, you could it's things you know you can make something and own it, and I might not seen that. I wasn't over there when you did that. So you could be the best at something. You could be the best at baseball. You see, the universe, like somebody said, is everything and everywhere. So, you know, you do have that. Uh, People try to set up that false. Uh, I don't know what the word is for that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you either know your lessons, or you about producing. You know, nothing could be further from the truth. He said a brother having trouble with his lady. I took them to the power degree in the 110. He's supposed to know every square inch of his earth, every square mile of his earth. I mean, listen, that's good right there. You help him, but you can't. It's not with so much you can help him with that particular. With that particular science right there. See, but here's the thing with all that either or stuff, right? Here's the thing about that. See, not no one thing shows and proves that you got. Like just because you know your lessons, right? That doesn't mean you got. Just because you come to every rally, that doesn't mean you got. Just because you be at a law school in Mecca, that doesn't mean you got. Just because you got the knowledge from this person and that person, that doesn't mean you got. Just because you had the knowledge this long, that doesn't mean that you got. But see, somewhere down the line, right? You building a profile here. You building a profile here where it's only but 24 hours in a day. So if you're doing all this righteousness, how much unrighteousness could you be doing? I mean, don't get me wrong. People can hide a lot of things in the dark. It's the same thing, it could be with anything else. If you get on the court and you make one jumper, But if you make a jumper and you cross somebody over, right? You dunk a few times, you hit the mid range. I mean, you might be a baller. You might be a baller. See, that's when you're talking about a person's way of life, not just one or two actions that they do. See, universally what they do. See, how they apply themselves in every cipher. See, when you God of the universe, right? The only people you got to explain to is the people that don't know you. See, when you God of the universe, to know you is to know God. But you got some people that look, yeah, over there on the west side, there's some people that they might know him by a righteous name, or over there on the east side, it might be a handful of people that know you by a righteous name. Almighty knowledge. I was just thinking about you the other day. But I was thinking that Karad probably had told you to maintain on the internet for right now. Universal is an astronomical feat to attain for most. I don't know about that. To a large degree, man, uh, just don't be a bullshitter. Supreme man, divine understanding. See, that's where, I think it starts at for most people, right? Is that uh, you're not honest with yourself. Like, whatever it is, even if we just talking about dietary law, right? You know what I'm saying? If you sincere, right? of, how you see yourself, man, and certain foods, what how you view them, what they gonna mean to you mentally and physically, right? uh you know you're gonna understand that a lot of things is not to be preserved for self. That's not the best part that you're gonna choose for self. That's gonna be in the part that you're gonna leave alone. You understand what I'm saying? So, if you really sincere with what you're saying this knowledge is to you, right? You know, then the same way when you go to the store to buy sneakers, right? You buy the best sneakers that you want. You don't go there. You don't go there to get the sneakers in the colors that you don't like. So, by the same token, right? If you got lessons, you've been exposed to lessons and you really see them like you say, right? Then you're gonna acquire them, with the same kind of enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reality, is that, a lot of people, they spend a lot of their time in the knowledge trying to explain how we not really God. If you be around people long enough, man, people who uh they start saying stuff like they higher power. See some people, you know, you you start hearing them, you know, talk about a lot, and it's like, this is you make him sound like Jesus. Not in the sense of being a savior, but in the sense of uh, you know, being this piece. What's your name?
My name is Shaquan Seth.
Pardon?
Shaquan Seth.
Tron Seth?
Shaquan Seth.
Where you from?
From the Bronx, New York.
So what brought you in here?
I want to rest my father. He's
Who?
Yakub.
Alright, bro, I'll see you later.
I just want to rest my father.
Alright, but you gotta come back when you in condition.
Listen, my father is the son of York. Showing respect to him.
Peace, bro. Let's come outside.
Let's
step outside. fucking episodes, man. Uh, where was we, man? Where was we? Yeah, listen, let's let's act like that didn't even happen. I don't know what it is. Oh man. See, I'm at an age right now where I don't even know what the fuck these people are fucking with. But all I know is it's a hell of a drug, whatever the fuck it is. It's a hell of a drug out there that they fucking with now, man. Like, see, now, now I know how the old people felt in like 1980, 81. We don't know what that shit is. we, we don't know what that shit is these kids is fucking with out there. But man, so yeah, where was we at, man? Shalad, what's your signs? Look, I gotta hit you. You have no idea what happened. My machine, that remember right after I got off the phone with you, right? My machine starts glitching, and so I save everything that I'm doing. I save everything that I'm doing, and I turn the machine off to try to turn it back on, and maybe everything will work perfectly, and it didn't not come back on. God, the people just contacted me this morning, though. I got it back on. I'm back in a good mood now. But I gotta get back to the post and get back into the action. But I found mostly everything I was looking for. I found the packs, so we're gonna be ready. We're gonna be ready in short order. In short order. But yeah, I don't know what the hell. Just that was just a what's the name? I don't know. Maybe right now, like I said, I could be things could be looking up because I made we got a tentative agreement about them replacing my bike, so I could be back in motion out here. You know what I'm saying? RDM chemistry, the bar, teeth. Yeah, I forgot to get what's the name, but I got some things here, but I gotta get a chip. I need to get me an SD card, and there's gotta be some way that we can that peace that we can send that we can send files. But back to where we was at. Uh, God of the universe. I can't recall where we was at before that guy. What was we? What was we covering at that time? Well, I guess we'll just pick up. But I'm just saying that because I've been experiencing that lately. See, when you got the universe, right? You ain't gotta explain. That's what it means. You don't have to explain, right, about those aspects of life that you're not God in, because you're God of the universe. So see, this is what I'm saying, right? If somebody comes up and asks you, right, how you see today's mathematics, all right, if you say knowledge, wisdom, right, you ain't gotta explain. Now, if you don't know that, now you gotta explain, yo, God, this, that, this, that. And anything you do, look, if you got your homework, you ain't gotta explain how your dog ate it. If you get pulled over by the cops and your papers is straight, you ain't got to explain, because you've handled everything, right? The universe is everything, right? You've handled everything you supposed to handle. So you run into these people, right? That they got to explain why they don't know lessons, though. You got to explain why you never been to the rallies. But how about this one? How you going to explain, right, how you don't have that universal bond, right, that we call love? You don't have that with none of us. See, don't leave that part out. Don't leave out those parts. See, don't leave out those parts that it's impossible to get, and you're not getting it off the internet. You got to be having universal experiences, right? the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. And then we know each other. So, my thing is this. You know, at least for me, I'm not a kid anymore. Right? So, I'm not gonna hunt you down about the lessons. But see, I'm not going to lie for you. I'm not going to be in a conversation, right, where I'm going to pretend that I don't know what who universal God is. Because see, like I said, the name, right, was established at the foundation. See, it's not just for you to say it. Yeah, it's a law world manifested, but if you can't manifest it, you're not a law. You similar, but not equal. See, things can be that way. Things can be that way. It can be similar, but not equal. See, she, hey, but I don't want to beat that dead horse too much. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's the type of topic, right, that I'm sure uh, I've already stepped on some toes out there. Because, see, people have friends. See, I speak supreme mathematics. You can't translate for your friend. Like, I don't need you to translate for your friend why he doesn't know his lessons. Yeah, exactly. You know, the all wise and the otherwise. So that just shows and proves in ways and actions. I mean, uh, you're gonna see the fruit. You see, let's not uh, overlook that it starts from the mindset. Like, did you really, you know, internalize this mindset when you got the knowledge? Or did you just memorize the lessons? They see this very degree that we talking about right here, right? The knowledge degree in the 1 to 10. Did you memorize it or did you internalize it? Like when you read the lessons, right? Are you God, right? Uh, you know, gaining the knowledge of some historical events, or are you just, a confused seeker, trying to figure out what's going on? See, because remember that mindset, right, is gonna is that's where your actions come from. Especially those things that uh you're not really even consciously thinking about doing. See, you got to beware of your mindset, or look, beware of if you actually don't have a mindset and you getting caught up in just the group think, how the whatever the group is you just caught up in that mind. See, that's what I'm saying. This is important, right? God of the universe, because people go around saying it. But have you have you filled in when you get the knowledge, right? You the Asiatic black man, right? That much I give you, even though it's a ridiculous statement, right? But I can give you that by nature. See, beyond that, it's bullshit. Because if people was just God by nature, then what the fuck you gotta study your lessons for? Why is everybody not just naturally God? Like if everybody just God by nature, then why did it make a difference in our life when we got this knowledge? It shouldn't have made no difference because we would have been already naturally doing that. But just by virtue of who your parents is, right? Just by virtue of who your parents is, right? You the Asiatic black man. But you're responsible for making, owning, cream of planet Earth.
Peace.
Peace. He over there. No, he's over there. Shot Quest. Father of civilization and God of the universe. Because, even with Shalai saying, look, this Shalai said, I ain't giving them jack, meaning I ain't even giving them the Asiatic black man, because you know what? You got to be a man. See, was you responsible for all of that before you started saying that you God of the universe? Because remember, man, there's things that come before being God. So you gotta be a man before you can be God. There's certain there's things you gotta do before you can be a man. So what I'm saying is, right? Whether I'm speaking to you as an individual or maybe just to one of your friends, right? Uh, you know, that's what God of the universe means to me. That yeah, we have a home right here on the planet Earth, right? I'm talking about Al Asia, but then we got a home where we at. And of course, that's going to be, where you manifest most of your jewels is. That's the best part that you chose for yourself. But Lord of all worlds from highest to lowest means Lord of all worlds from highest to lowest. The chat room king is in the building. You said it needs to become a right, not just by nature. So if you manifest it, you must exemplify that in your nature by choosing what's right. Wait, it needs to become a right, not just by nature. So if you manifest it, you must exemplify that in your nature by choosing what is right. I mean, I'm sure it's some shortcoming in my understanding. But I'm not understanding. It needs to become a right, not just by nature. So if you manifesting, you must exemplify that in your nature by choosing what is right. All right, now look, this could be what you're saying, right? This could be what you're saying. You got to be God. If that's what you mean, I agree wholeheartedly. But sometimes we ain't gotta use all that language. See, some things. See, look, we again, God of the universe, right? There's universal laws. We not the God that's shown proof that we God by breaking all the universal laws and making water stop and all this crazy stuff. We show and prove by manifesting universal law. And see, sometimes, when it comes to the 5%, people start to, you know, it's like common knowledge goes out the window. Like, look, a person has to be qualified to be a dog catcher. To dig ditches, a person has to be qualified. Who makes you think a person ain't got to be qualified to be God? To be this? So see, a person, you could represent in name only. They got something like that in politics. But if you saying, okay, I'm representing this district, bro, if they catch you not living in that district, if things is happening in that district and you're never there, right, to help out with solution, I'm sure everybody, if that was your district, you would know how you see it. But for some reason, when it comes to the 5%, it's like, yeah, pass, 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 pass. Yeah, exactly. You know, uh, but that's like I said, we don't have to beat that horse. But it is something important, right? That you got to know who's who. Because, you can only be as strong as the weakest link. And if that's what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, you trying to build up a rest haven, then do what you're doing. But if you're going to turn around tomorrow and talk about, okay, all the ways that the devil is continuing daily, then, in order to combat that, you're not going to be able to have, traders, uh, neutral individuals that's neutral, weak links, etc., etc. Because ultimately, there's young people that's looking, right? And see, that's one of the reasons that a lot of them like people on drugs to be around. Because he didn't want the young to think that was a okay way to be. That that's option. That's an option. That what, if nothing don't work out, I could just be a bum and sleep on the street. See, Allah ain't even want you to know that was a possibility. Lock them up. Get them out of here. Now, that's, at the extreme of that. But see, even, that's what I'm saying. If you half-ass, and mind you, you know, for the most part, we're not talking about kids. See, kids is something different. They gotta grow. They gotta grow through all these things. Kids is they going fuck up. With them, it's like soccer. They might take 2 steps back and take 3 steps forward. But that ain't what we talking about. Yeah, everything is being recorded on audio and videotape. But like I said, y'all know that the supermarket is a calling, and also I got my new toy. It's fixed now, so I'm going to enjoy some recreation. But do we have any questions about the stuff that we built on? And I hope y'all as you experiencing different people. That's manifesting his knowledge. That you weigh and judge all that. Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday, yeah, Wednesday or Thursday, I'm out because I gotta do that shit in the daytime. But tomorrow I got the class, but then after that, but just in terms of when you weighing and judging it, right? Because see, even this is what I'm saying, right? It might be some things that I don't do good. Right? It might be some things that I'm not good at that. So now, right, if you're right, you might be learning something from me, right? Okay, don't learn that part. See? That's the rest to leave alone. That's not the best part for you to preserve for yourself. But see, you gotta be able to weigh and judge that. You gotta be able to look at it universally. Right? So now just because you know lessons, right? Down me, I'm gonna smoke crack with you. Just because, you good, was a science born, just because you good in basketball, that don't mean I'm gonna agree with whatever your life philosophy is. Just because, you good at making records doesn't mean you the true and living. This is not the true in talking. We not the true in talking. Right? We not the true in podcasting. We're not the true in YouTubing. We're not the true in talking, the true in rapping, true. We the true in living. And see, living means activities in your life.
Peace, beloved.
Peace.
Darkim. Peace.
So, keep that in mind, you know what I'm saying, when you come in tune with people, man. And, you know, when you say some things, right, really mean it. They see you go and, you call people, yeah, peace, self, myself, my A light, or, when you say that, how do you know that? You even know this person. But back to y'all, like I was saying, we got any can I trust you around my wife and kids? See, now look, those is the levels, right? When we talk about, see, you can know 120 lessons backwards. And see, if I can't trust you around my women and babies, man, you're not this. You're not myself. See, shit happens, you know what I'm saying, where motherfuckers supposed to be together, man, and you ready to separate, man. See, it's and we talking about, just I don't like to make it seem like I'm just talking about something, negative, something streetwise and none of that. It could be, you need a ride from over there to over there. See, the knowledge might bring us together, but the love keep us together. See what I'm saying? The love got something to do with remaining civilized. You see what I'm saying? And then you got the word of love, right? And then you got the acts of love. See, all these words, you could just say them. There's activities involved with all that stuff. So I guess, we just had another, this was another, I guess we could call it a successful episode there. where we didn't even have any questions there. We didn't have any questions there. Apparently, uh, once again, my wisdom was so crystal clear. True light. Yeah, that's what I said, true light. Sometimes, you can't, I don't like to beat a dead horse. I guess that a rant? Did I go on a rant today? I've been trying to stay away from ranting. But it's just sometimes I did think that was necessary to say. You know, when we grew up, if you was over about 17, they asked who sent you. just automatically. If you was a baby, if you was a baby, then I mean, not like you getting a free pass, but just saying. Oh yeah, if you get in your 20s and they don't know you. Oh yeah, this dude here that came in. Yeah, like, who the hell is this guy, man? How'd he get in here? That's what I'm thinking. Like, yo, bro. Like, wait a minute. Peace. Those signs, man. Y'all see this motherfucker like, yo, what is you doing all the way back here? But yeah, I didn't know what that was. Then, like you said, he said somebody looking for his father. His father's name was Yakub Harris or something. So he's like, all right, man, look, come outside, man. I don't. Nah, I don't know the risk. So I've been to the MRIs now, and now I gotta go to the orthopedics. I got the disc. I actually looked at it. I don't know what I was looking at. I mean, I know what I was looking at, but I couldn't read it. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta go to orthopedic on Wisdom Out of Cipher Day, and then the Wisdom Born Day, I go back to the original doctor that sent me to all these places. So we see what happens. But yeah, my wrist is still not bending like it's supposed to, and it's not going down. So I mean, so I don't feel an impression there to me. I can't call it, but yeah, Buddha, man, man, Buddha. Remember Juice? It was Buddha, Juice, and I can't remember the girl dog's name. I can't remember. I was laughing with Rashid about that the other day. Shakanulu, you ain't almost at the end here. Uh, about to go make it to the supermarket. Yeah, but I mean, I don't mind going to the what's the names and all of that. It's just that I wish they give me some type of prognosis, on my wrist. Like, you got me waiting for all this, you know. Again, like I said, with all the technology that exists, why is this, you know, all the money that's flowing towards healthcare, they can't move. I don't get it. Like by now, they should have this shit like Star Trek where they just put the wine over you like that, and then my arm, and then my shit supposed to be right. Supposed to call Bones out. Supposed to call Bones out and hook my shit up. And my shit is already causing problems, man. I got tendonitis in my elbow now because of this shit.
Excuse me. Where can I charge my phone? Yeah, where can I charge my phone, please? I appreciate it.
And man, listen, I don't know how to. I don't know how to. I mean, I should bounce back. I should bounce back eventually. You see what happens. But so I had this topic for the day. I don't know, y'all. In the comments. Once not this right here. This the live comments, the chats. But in the comments, if y'all got any topics that y'all want me to cover, tomorrow, then I'm with that. I was about to start doing that. I was about to start just doing. I'm gonna start getting start doing my jogging again, man. In the nighttime, I'm gonna start getting I'm gonna start getting my laps in. The two astronauts stuck in space. I saw it, but I didn't look into it. Like I didn't. It's one of the things where I saw the headline, right, and it was like I just thought, like, what's the science of it? You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna, like, it just seemed like a kind of clickbait type of listening. Like something where you was gonna read that it's like, they really just waiting for something to happen that's kind of normal. Because it seemed like it would be bigger news if they was listening. Okay, so we got two topics for tomorrow. Science is dealing with the four devils and why Mount Everest is in the actual facts. Why is the earth round? It's not flat. Recently, uh, the topic came up, and again, it's just one of those things where it doesn't seem like it would be hard to prove. Like, why don't somebody just fly out? Somebody could just fly out to the ice wall and show and prove it. Three things children today must know going forward. These was there's something I was that brother, is Kasim still on here? He's asking me about those philosophers before, and I was just reading up on this thing. I had heard of it before, but I didn't really understand what it was. I just knew the term, and I had heard it used, but I didn't really know the whole history and the science behind it. Postmodernism. You know what I'm saying? And from what I understand of it, right, you got the Renaissance and then you got modern times. You know what I mean? So modern times is when you start dealing with it's like starting like 1750, I think, something like that. It's supposed to start modern times when you really get to the scientific era, you know what I'm saying, where people first begin moving away from the Bible as a history and science book. You know what I'm saying? And the scientific method and logic and all of these things start to be the primary methods of acquiring knowledge and knowing things. You know what I'm saying? And things are measured objectively. You know what I'm saying? And then you have post-modernism that kind of says that reality is only subjective, that there is no objective reality. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, you can imagine some of the ideas that we have around today, right? That kind of go along with that postmodernist train of thought, where where look, my truth and your truth and his truth and her truth, right? Because there's no objective truth in postmodernism. You know what I'm saying? The truth to me is, depending on all kinds of things like my, identity even. So uh, that's something different. Yeah, Kasim. Now I was just saying because it's a philosophical, the postmodernist thing. So I know you're into the philosophers there. Complete. You know what I'm saying? But just in terms of how that kind of ideology fits in to a lot of ideologies that we have right now, was interesting for me.
Alright.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got some uh, you know, pretty concrete truths that in 2024 uh, you know people think you can be subjective about. We don't want to go too deep because we don't want to go too deep because we just barely have a YouTube channel left after, because it's not me, it's the stuff that y'all say. The truth is the means whereby thought is converted into and/or transmitted through and/or transmitted through matter. But you don't. The world we live in now, right, has made some people believe that they can escape the reality of the matter. And really, we can't. But that illusion exists. But at the very in its kind of its simplest form, anything that we deal with matter is gonna have consequences, intended and unintended. And when it gets to that point, we live in a world now where, the environment is going to be blamed for this consequence when it was really that you tried to escape the reality of the matter. But I am gonna end up checking this out, man, because I was you know, a little bit curious about it, but I just wasn't that curious about what was going on with the outer space thing. But I checked that out. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know. Other than that, you know, the news cycle is not as interesting this year. You know what I'm saying? It's like they gotta, you know, the like the in the last presidential cycle, right? It was wild interesting. You know, the last two cycles, you know, when Trump won and when he lost, it was very interesting. But this year, it's like they're gonna need to bring out the midget wrestling or something, you know. But who knows? So, you know, all in all, everybody that made it this far, you know what I'm saying, do the each one teach one, hit the like button. I don't know if we got any new people. Maybe in the background we had some new people subscribe, so you can know when we come on. Of course, tomorrow we'll be back, same bat time, same bat place. Don't forget, now y'all put some suggestions right here, but y'all know how I am. You know, I might not record these ones, so put them in the comments, and you know, we'll see what's what when we get around to it tomorrow. In the meantime, between time, I'm gonna sign off and say peace.